Ah, Teal'c! What it do, Ski? It's your boy, Failwell34, and today I'm here with my reaction video to Stargate SG-1. This one is Season 3, Episode 3, guys. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. How's it going, beautiful people? Appreciate every single one of you for coming out today. Gonna watch some SG. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the last episode. Today is 3x3, and yeah, just sort of kicking off Season 3, so don't really got much else to say. Last episode, we did, again, learn a little bit more about, it was more of a grounded Earth episode, and what I also did appreciate thinking about a little bit more, too, was seeing the behind-the-scenes for some of those smaller scale missions. What I do like about Stargate is they tend not to gloss over the explanation. They tend to go through the process of things from the minute to the larger thing, to the larger scale. So that being said, guys, this is Season 3, Episode 3. Cheers. I got my water. Or in Ethiopian, we call it waha, and Amharic, not Ethiopian. Amharic is the predominant the most spoken language. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Cheers. Yeet. Give me Hammond this time around. Come on.
You have fought with valor and courage.
My boy! Oh, they're getting recognized?
To honor the men and women of the SGC.
Whoa.
President regrets not being able to be here, but I'm glad because it gives me the opportunity to congratulate you and I salute your ongoing heroic spirit.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that they brought that about. Yeah, give them some recognition and clout.
Recognition of Captain Samantha Carter's outstanding work. I hereby authorize her immediate promotion to the rank of Major.
Major Sam?
It is with great pleasure the responsibility of the rank of Major.
Thank you, sir.
No memes? Okay, that's awesome. It's like she has been leading it, been like taking charge, getting buffs. She carries Season 2.
Major Carter, super.
Oh, this is such a wholesome intro.
I am a man of very few words.
Come on, bro. Yo, they just snatched him. Wait, I wasn't with the Stargate though. I just took that in. Who? And why is there a ship like this right outside of Earth? It's the Asgards.
We met?
I am Thor.
Let's go. Let's go. I was gonna say, not discrepancies, differences in the episode orders between the UK and the American versions, apparently. Last season, the Black Hole episode, that was in a different order, apparently. So I thought for a second, because we're acknowledging the events of the finale I'm watching right now, was actually supposed to be 2, and the 3x2 that I saw was actually supposed to be after that. I don't think that's the case. Maybe it could be, but it's so funny how the Asgards popped up, because last episode, maybe there's bad Asgards who are out here. What a spicy one. Odin, son. Fair game.
Our ships have never been detected in orbit around Earth before.
Yo. What's poppin'?
I'm sorry, you were saying something.
Goa'uld system lords have turned their attention towards you.
They should be thanking us.
Earth has once again proven it can be a formidable threat to Goa'uld. System lords are capable of launching an assault 100 times more powerful.
That could be a problem.
Yes.
The Asgard agree.
We're gonna help you out.
I have come to offer our assistance.
Let's go.
The Asgard will attempt to negotiate with the Goa'uld system lords to include Earth in the Protected Planets Treaty.
Good. To be honest with you, I'd rather have a fleet of your ships here. A few of these babies and we could just... could try the negotiating thing.
Okay.
Why would the Ghoul agree to this negotiation?
Plus, I assume the Asgard would offer the Goa'uld something in return. I mean, that's generally the way negotiations
Martin's back.
work.
The Tok'ra trust them.
Yeah, they're one of the
Gotta
5.
love them for that. But we know very little about the politics out there.
Okay, maybe we gotta have notifications going on.
Colonel, do we need security?
This is so odd.
The system lords have agreed to negotiate.
That's good news.
They will arrive in 4 days. It is customary for such negotiations to take place on the planet in question. We have chosen you, O'Neill, to represent your planet at the proceedings.
Yo, this
I
is
see that
sick.
could be a mistake.
Further instructions to aid you in preparation will follow.
At least you came in peace.
However, they still battle amongst themselves for control of their individual domains.
However, it should be noted that you did account for a number of notable positive influences.
Thank you.
Hey, he's in his field. Let him live.
And the third Ghoul, Dr. Jackson?
Satan?
For those in the room who don't know, Nerti is the Goa'uld who wiped out all but one survivor of P8X 987.
Cassandra's
An
plan.
early Hindu reference, she was a destructive god.
So we're gonna let these Goa'uld just walk in.
Yeah. It's personal now.
Remember, Bass.
Low-key, I'm actually have to start
I
writing
would
notes
like
now
you
because
to
it's
act
getting
as
a lot.
liaison
It's getting
to
to
the
a
Ghoul.
lot.
I will, however, not see to the petty needs of these Goa'uld.
I'll
see to the petty needs of the Gold, sir.
Treaty laws will not permit weapons of any kind in this facility during negotiations.
Doesn't sound wise.
We're largely
Thor in your
trusting the
team.
The Secretary of Defense will be staying to represent the President. There's a lot of work to do, people, and not much time.
Wow, this is a big episode too. This is the first proper meeting. It's like we've crossed lines, we've killed some of each other's homies. Let's see if we can make peace and not pieces.
Tilk, Sergeant, what's the problem?
He won't relinquish his weapons, sir.
Like you, I do not believe we should remove all weapons from this base. The Goa'uld that you are allowing through your Stargate are among the most deceptive and treacherous that I have ever known.
If this treaty doesn't happen, they're gonna send 100 of those motherships here.
Tilk, I'm ordering you to turn your weapon over.
I mean, I don't blame you for being, hesitant on it. So the only way that it's gonna proceed, and you can't really just brain check this one, because someone doesn't want to listen. Okay, here we go. Big steppers. Okay.
Here we are, the VIP room. That's an acronym. It means very important.
Loki,
Your
pretty
idea
excited.
of accommodation is pitiful.
Well, it's the best.
You will not stand for this!
Oh, who? Teal, what'd you do?
Jaffa.
Oh, Jaffa.
As I was trying to explain,
I will not be spied upon.
Well, no offense was meant by it. It's merely a security precaution. I'll ask if we can remove the cameras from the rooms, but we'd definitely like to leave them in the halls.
I'm surprised he's holding it together with his chest out. Like, he doesn't even care. He's like, yeah, I mean, like, I'm just telling you how it is, guys.
Not show you.
It's coming with the disrespect towards Teal.
I'm sorry, Teal, that looked a little more personal to me.
Yeah.
my father was once first prime of Cronus. Cronus commanded my father to attack a Goa'uld who was more powerful at the time. When all was inevitably lost, Cronus killed my father as punishment, sworn enemy of Cronus.
You couldn't let us know that?
I trust our guests are settled.
Actually, sir, I kind of told him it would be okay. Compromise.
If you think it's absolutely necessary.
Yes. Are you going to be okay?
I will.
No, he won't.
No idea why I'm here.
But I think Kronos is the one who sent the Ashrak to kill Jelinar. I just hate having them here.
I hate having them anywhere. Hello. Come on in.
Representative Earth. Jack O'Neill.
Thank you. We're just,
The Asgard High Council wishes you all greetings and thanks.
I thought we were all going to speak the same language here.
Well, this guy really wants to start some shit. What? Huh?
What'd they say?
You disrespected?
You insulted them.
Ugh. Jack.
By speaking out of turn.
You mean they're always like that?
What just happened?
Apparently we said hello. Why did you let the Goa'uld get that much power in the first place?
We are not proud
Yeah.
of the fact that we have been forced to ignore the situation as long as we have. There are other concerns for the Asgard that is far worse than the Goa'uld.
Whomst?
Worse?
I cannot explain further. For now, we use what limited resources we can spare to enforce these treaties with the Goa'uld. Our greatest concern has been a single Goa'uld rising to dominant power.
Basically, you guys are bluffing the Goa'uld. Big time. And so far, they've been so busy badgering each other, they bought.
Yo, I don't know why, but every time I look at Thor, I just can't help but think of Dusky. I don't know what it is, just like not the head shape, obviously, but like just the wide eyes, like the kind of like blinking every now and then, and just sort of the stares.
It will take time before the System Lords will be willing to reconvene. You may contact me with this.
Man gave him an apple
It will
mouse.
work as long as my ship is in orbit.
Fate of the world in my hands, and I screw it up. Well, Daniel typed up a formal letter in Goa'uld, and I signed it. That boy can really grovel when he has to. Because Thor made it pretty clear that we might have to give up something.
As you have said, O'Neill, the alternative could be far worse.
They're ready.
All right, round 2 for GouldCon.
No human planet will be allowed to advance technologically to a point where they may become a threat to the Goa'uld.
You are correct.
Shall rest solely in the hands of the Goa'uld System Lords.
What? Sorry.
Jack, you're gonna have to
You
pull this
saying
one
you're
back.
limiting our development?
That the human species exists for the purpose of serving the Goa'uld.
Excuse me?
Do the System Lords accept the Asgard proposal?
Yo, they're trying to body us. Are you kidding me? Relax,
Demand
relax.
One additional concession.
What, hosts?
We order the immediate and unconditional forfeiture of the Tauri Stargate.
Okay, this is unreasonable. I'm sorry, Thor. Yo, what do you mean?
Are we seriously going to give up gate travel?
No.
Considering the alternative.
It's not nearly as simple as you put it.
There are other threats to this world this treaty will not protect you from.
If any of you can tell me absolutely why we should not accept this proposal, I will forward your opinion to the president, and I assure you it will be given serious weight.
Well, what we're not going to do is follow exactly verbatim how they describe that. No gates, both of the gates. So there goes that loophole. And then on top of that, they're trying to limit us. We're the 5th race. We out here. So I'm with Daniel. I'm deliberating. What's going on? What do we do? And the fact that the dynamics here are getting really interesting. The fact that Thor's is like, yo, we kind of just let everything go rampant a little bit between the system wars. We weren't paying attention to them. And now they sort of gain enough steam that we sort of have to monitor them. But then they even have bigger enemies. So in this situation, hypothetically, we give them, we concede, we give them all of our shit. We're protected by the medium level guys, but then these higher ups could just come out of nowhere and want to body us if they feel like it. Plus, our name is already out there in the systems, right? And you guys clearly are manipulating us and trying to you know put us into a hole. I wouldn't do that deal either. But I'm really interested to see how this is gonna go.
Not yet. That's kind of why I'm here.
Hear me out, fam.
I was wondering what you think we should do.
It is your decision. What do you, O'Neill, think your people should do?
It's a bit much for one guy to make that call for an entire planet. On the other hand, it's pretty obvious. Give up the Stargate or be destroyed.
So it would seem.
Unless this is a test.
Come on, give me something. Anything. Another way around this.
It is your planet at stake.
All right. The knot is usually down, then back up. You kind of just went down.
Daniel, you want to tell him we're ready?
Security to level 25.
Yeah, Teal'c! Oh my god.
His vitals are stable, but hopefully there isn't any permanent brain damage. Based on what I've learned about Gould physiology, the symbiote cannot heal injuries this severe on its own. We're doing everything.
Yo,
I have the security videotape. You want to see this?
well, actually, yeah, run that back. Let's see.
Well, Nerti and you are demanding an explanation.
Well, based on the videotape evidence, it looks like Teal'c is involved.
Well, I don't believe for a minute that Teal'c could sacrifice our interests for a personal vendetta.
Personal vendetta.
That should have been, yeah, you should have divulged that, bro.
Well, apparently Teal'c and Kronos have some pretty heavy history.
It's a beef, bro.
Kronos killed
his
Teal'c's
pops.
father.
Right
now,
loud. Why doesn't he tell us these things? Why didn't you tell us?
I still don't think Teal'c would do this.
Well, neither do I.
Major, find out what really happened.
Sir.
Maybe Teal'c says, I forgive you. He disrespected. Fight initiated. Sam also said she has a healing thing earlier this episode, so they're gonna use that.
Whoever is responsible for this atrocity must be brought before us.
Okay, can you use one of these?
His injuries are too severe.
Okay, we don't have one of those.
Then we're prepared to leave.
This is not going well at all.
They'll attack us. Teal'c didn't do this.
I have been instructed by the Asgard High Council to leave Earth's orbit. It is not a perfect galaxy.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I get a little testy when faced with the total annihilation of our little corner of it.
Yeah, the way that Thor's describing this.
We must leave now and take Kronos before his death is on your heads. Your planet will suffer the full force of the System Lord's wrath.
There's one rule we haven't broken yet.
Do you have any idea of what sort of time frame surrounds us?
It's got to be like sort of a bluff. I don't think they'd do a whole fleet attack right now.
Teal'c is conscious.
It is what he requested. When I arrived, he denied making the request.
By whom?
An invisible force.
Ritu?
Could one have come through the gate with the goo?
I almost wish you had.
Teal'c, are you aware of any of the Goa'uld having some sort of stealth tech?
Hathor had the ability to appear and disappear.
Okay, she's dead.
Maybe she's not.
Right? Please, tell me she's dead.
Yeah.
I did not attack Kronos.
Dialmonger.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Made it work before. I think I don't want to cure Kronos because he ordered Jalinar's death. I just have the memories of Jalinar. She doesn't control me.
You have healed me.
I am sure you spared my life only to prevent your own destruction.
And we saved your snaky little butt because we want the treaty to happen.
Nirti and you have undoubtedly blamed the Tauri for this attack on me.
It's obvious to everybody that one of them did this to you. What if I can prove which one? What's that worth to you?
You ask in return.
We can't prove anything, sir. All we know for sure is that Nirti lied.
I'm just saying maybe it's time we take a page out of the Asgard book on dealing with these ghouls.
Sounds risky, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we got some UMPs, I think?
You lied to us about being able to heal Kronos with that hand device.
I tried honestly and failed. I was willing to save Kronos by taking him to a sarcophagus.
Maybe you were, maybe you weren't. Who's lying?
Yo, keep the same energy,
We
Jack.
called the Tok'ra.
They say you've been experimenting with phase shifting in order to battle the Ritu.
Share this technology with the System Lord?
Uh-oh.
It's not true. You are the one who opposed this treaty. You belong to competent Kronos territory.
Snake!
Good.
Oh my god. Oh boy. What's going on? It's freaking Reyna from Valorant.
You ever seen one of these things work? Because there's nothing more I'd like to do right now than demonstrate.
Oh, that's so funny. I actually did say the last episode too. How clutch would it be if he could just go invisible to solve the issues of the last episode, and then this episode has that. Wow.
Kronos said he'd support the treaty and we wouldn't have to give up our Stargate. I was kind of hoping we could count on your vote.
We will not attack your world. If you continue to use your Stargate, be warned.
Okay.
Boy, is she gonna get it.
And that was Stargate SG-1 Season 3, Episode 3. That was my reaction video. And I gotta say, that was also a pretty dope episode of the series. So it seems like I don't know, it's from Season 2 and 1 to now, just in the way that they're sort of pacing and writing the episode. Definitely feel like there's a clear sort of change. Jack feels a little bit more witty than normal and more dialogue. Even the way that they're, like some of the way they're going about some of the scenes here. At least these two past episodes have been more, focused on just negotiations, deliberations, just sort of small scale moments with the team instead of, you know, these high action moments where we're running through the gate or going from planet to planet. Very much so just focusing on more nuanced conversations and a different pace of change. I think I'm not maybe, you know, it's not that I need to get used to the slight change. And maybe it's not even that big of a change. Maybe I'm like, oh, I'm reaching. Maybe I'm grasping straws here. But it's just something that I did notice while watching that. But it's cool because we get to see more layered moments happening between our characters. And that's just going to lead to more three-dimensional aspects to our characters. So that's something I'm actually kind of do like. Some of the moments here between Jack, between Daniel, even things, more subtle things like respecting Teal'c's confiding in him and him bringing that up to Jack and them all sort of getting mad at each other. But that can get a little bit muddled and confusing when we're dealing with such crazy stakes here. But that's one thing I might say as maybe not a negative, but just a critique maybe to this episode was the way that we're pacing this one, the urgency and the emphasis. I didn't feel like this was like a danger compared to previous threats, even in episodes that ended up just not being that serious. There didn't feel like there was any urgency or like the Earth was really about to be destroyed. Maybe just because of how ridiculous the offer was. It's like, of course we're not going to lose both Stargates. So maybe that has something to do with it more than the actual way they went about this episode. That being said though, a lot of interesting things here. We got to learn about the system lords and just like the hierarchy. And interestingly enough, the idea that the Asgards, of course they are OP, of course they're broken, but apparently there's another level. It just keeps going up. So they're sort of like, I guess, the higher tier, but in the middle, watching the ghouls who are clearly much significantly lower, but because of the quantity and the alliances or whatever it may be, the ghouls are starting to rise up. And if one stray one comes up, like Satan, Sotar, or whatever his name was, then shit's about to get really messy. So I'm interested to see how they keep sort of bringing these seeds together and let things explode soon, or in the near future, right? So that was all interesting. Plus, I think, again, Chris Judge here, solid job. And I totally bought the idea of the backstory with his father and Kronos. Now we got to put faces to names too, in terms of just the system lords, like Neri, for example. Another great job tying into Cassandra very seamlessly, made for some interesting conflict. I thought this episode with like conflict of interest, having your own personal bias, be involved when it comes to, obviously, you know, Sam and Teal'c's involvement in this episode. Shout out to Jack representing Earth. I love those moments and being sort of anxious, not knowing what to do. The way they open this episode, so awesome. I love seeing that dynamic between Thor and, like, I guess, like mentor now and mentee between Thor and Jack. I think that's an interesting dynamic that I hope the show continues to sort of develop as the series goes along. Because I mean, the whole idea is that we're supposed to be gaining this technology in the future to hold our own in the galaxy, right? That's the whole entire point of this. And I did really love the moments where we got to celebrate, obviously, the team's achievements, saving the Earth once again from attack, giving Sam some recognition, because in season 1, I don't think she got the most shine and recognition, and she was sort of shafted. But at the same time, the show is also finding its footing, it's finding its ground. And then when season 2 really came, obviously with Jolinar and the Tok'ra and everything, and even just in terms of like the decision-making aspects, has been a big player in the series. So it's so awesome to see her get this recognition, becoming a major, rather emotional. Like, that's, you know, she totally deserves that recognition in the series. And yeah, I thought this is actually, again, I know I've said this decently often, this actually does seem like it's going to be a rather big episode in retrospect now, because we've got we've got Neri, who got locked up. There were some, you know, changes in alliances and, you know, bluffs going around at this heavy meeting. I'm certain other people, other system lords got wind of this meeting happening, this idea of this invisible technologies that she was using. So interesting ideas put forward here that I'm sure are gonna be brought up again. Also, yo, shout out to Daniel. I know he's obviously like an anthropologist and research elements in this episode. Some subtle things I really did like in this episode, but the way he held his ground and was sort of just being the mediator, trying to make everything work, was a lot of fun here. And yeah, guys, that was Stargate season 3, episode 3. What'd you think about this one? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. It's gonna be interesting too to see how both you, who seems to be kind of like on our side, but also not, how he and Kronos are gonna come back into the near future. And I mean, shit, I'm gonna have to start like actually having like notes now on some of the relations, because it's getting a little layered, a little pretty dense in terms of the layering. So anyway, though, with that being said, guys, that was Stargate SG-1 season 3, episode 3. What'd you think about this one? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. But with that being said, beautiful people, I will see you all next time, y'all. I love ya. Peace.